All right. We're sitting back down. We're back in the podcast environment. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to Almost Everything with LYFE At Home. From LYFE At Home. From LYFE At Home, I am Doc Waller.
I'm Abby Humphreys.
This is episode 16. We are rolling. We are incredibly appreciative for all of you guys. Abby just said that someone that she knows messaged her and said, "Hey, I'm really enjoying the podcast." Like that those are our favorite things. When someone DMs us and says, oh, I can't wait to get into this episode.
It's nice to know that we're not just like shouting to the void.
Yeah.
Like we actually have listeners.
We're still a young podcast. You know, it's not a million listeners, but sometimes as you get it off the ground, you just need a little bit of validation to know that ears are out there. And we're not, I was telling Abby, I'm not necessarily looking at the numbers right now because it's really not important to us. What right now, for me as a founder, as the producer of this podcast, it's just consistency.
Yeah, it's showing that we're not going to give up at episode 8 like everybody else.
There you go. Because that's what people want out of podcasts. Mm-hmm. They want to know that they can get it when they get it. And if you take a day off, it's like one episode off or there's a reason or it's a holiday and you can articulate it. And the thing about people that listen to long form podcasts is that they want that podcast to be there for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so
it's like if you were watching Survivor or like your show and then they're like, oh, we actually are just not going to finish this season.
Or they cancel like mid-season.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I can't imagine like not getting the last season of Ozark.
Yeah.
I would hurt someone.
Yeah.
If I didn't get the last season of Ozark, you know? So, and for those who listen, you may know this, for those who are just tapping in, if you want to participate in this episode, if you want to hear your voice, if you want to be driving down the road with a friend in the car and your friend goes, "Oh my God, is that you?" Here's how you do that. You send us a voice note via DM on Instagram and ask us a question. Or you can record a voice note and send it to us via email at hello@lifeathome.com. Abby and I will listen to the question. We'll play the question here on the show and we will answer it. Questions can be about anything. Do you want to tell us, ask us a question about your boss at work? Do you want to ask us a question about, how you jump into a new fitness routine? Do you want to ask us a question about how you should navigate a relationship? All of those things we are experts in. We've got degrees and all of that shit. Just kidding, but we will give you an honest opinion,
and we'll chat about it.
Yeah, we'll get down to the nitty gritty on any topic. So,
we will beat it to death.
We will beat it to death. You will stop listening because we will not stop talking about.
You will regret it.
Yeah, you know what? Don't do this. Stop listening right
now. Reverse psychology.
Yeah, don't even listen to us, bro. You know what's going on right now?
What?
In this world, what's one of the biggest things happening right now all over the country in May of this year? In May of any year. Abby, let's do it. Now, brain quiz. What's happening towards the end of May?
The end of May. Oh, the World Cup?
No. Not it's happening all over. Every state, every city, every town. What's happening?
I don't know. A marathon?
I'll give you a hint. Diploma.
Oh, graduation.
Graduation's. That was a very easy hint.
Yes.
Like, how would Abby not get that?
I'll give you a hint. I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah. I'll give you a hint. Madnumation. So I heard people talking about it. And you know what's been one of the most popular graduation songs? Like tied to like leaving high school, tied to leaving college over the years, especially kind of like in my age, because this is kind of like my time frame song.
Yeah. I was going to try to, this is the thing. Yeah. I was going to try to guess because also I feel like we have a new honorary segment where we sing a little bit of a song at the beginning of
Yes.
every episode. Last episode it was Circus by Britney Spears.
Yes.
Now it's gonna
No, but it's also Inya.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we did that one. We've done Rolling.
Yeah, that's right.
We really do. So I was gonna say my guess for this is, are you having me guess?
Yes, if you get this.
I mean, this is a shot in the dark. Send me on my way, bum boy, bum 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 boy. You know that song?
Oh, okay.
That was my
bum boy.
Yeah, it's
Bum
in
boy.
Matilda. That was my graduation walkout song. Like we got to pick it as a
Every single student got to pick their song.
well, no, I wish.
Oh.
We had to agree on a song, and we like nominated songs, and there were like 3 that we picked from, and we picked that one.
So when did they play it?
After we threw our caps, and then we are walking out like of the arena.
So we didn't get to pick a song.
It was great, and that was the song I wanted.
And it was On the Way.
Yeah,
You're on your way.
I think it's called "Send Me on My Way."
Send Me on My Way.
Send me on my way, bum boy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's perfect. I think my time frame, back in my day, it was, and there's a reason why I'm saying this. Okay, I believe I can fly.
Oh yeah.
I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly. Okay, now the reason why I'm saying this is because we know what happened to him. R. Kelly. Do you know what happened to R. Kelly?
No.
Okay, Abby, where have you been? Yeah, you
Under
need
a
to
rock.
go. You need to go watch a couple R. Kelly documentaries.
Okay.
Yeah, he was believing something else.
Okay.
He was believing.
Caleb loves watching all of those types of documentaries.
Yeah. Watch the arc, or just do an article. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of minors. Yeah.
Okay.
Really bad stuff. So I'm thinking just like I would bug out if like someone played that at my kid's graduation.
Yeah,
or
because
if I
you'd
heard.
be like, this is a bad omen.
So the reason why I'm bringing it up is like over the past couple of years, I've disassociated myself with like music. It's especially music of people that have done things that I felt were just disgusting, questionable.
Okay.
Like
yes.
so,
Yep.
P. Diddy,
Mhm.
Diddy, Puff Daddy, all these other names he tried to call himself. Abhorrent.
Yeah.
Abhorrent. Like not even they're gone. So
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. P. Diddy do it.
P. Diddy do it? P. Diddy did it.
Yeah.
P. Diddy definitely did it. You did see the video footage of what he did to Cassie in the hotel.
No. Literally, I don't watch any of this
You
stuff.
could-
It makes
yeah.
me so
You
disgusted.
could like things like that make me just want to go out and put my hands on a dude like
Yeah.
that. It's literally snatching her, kicking her, dragging her through a hotel. Not funny. Nothing about. It's just it just confirmed a lot of stories about
yeah.
him. He's
just seeing it.
he is a piece
It was
of shit
proof,
human
yeah.
being, and so, but he also had his hand in a ton of music from my period.
Yeah.
From my period, like you want to talk about like Taylor Swift impact, where you can't go anywhere and not hear. You could not get in your car on a Friday night
Mhm.
from 6 p.m. to midnight and not hear 50 songs
Yeah.
that dude had his hands in,
Mm-hmm.
or that dude had his hands on, produced, whether what he was rapping in it, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I find myself skipping.
Yeah.
If it's not just like him doing kind of like a couple of ad libs on it, and there's like someone else that's more prominent in the song, if it's like his song, like I just can't. I have to skip it. So I'm wondering, has there ever been anybody in your world in regards to artist,
Mm-hmm.
music, brand,
Mm.
product, or anything like that, to where they did something that you disagreed with and you just like couldn't listen to their music, couldn't watch the show,
Yeah.
wouldn't buy the brand, wouldn't buy the makeup, anything like that?
Mm.
Has there been anything like that? And if there hasn't, do you consider yourself someone that's just like, okay, I can't I can't associate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about
like really bad stuff.
So I have a confusion with why people are still like cool with Michael Jackson.
Okay. That's that's a conversation. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the only
that's a conversation.
the only media I've consumed about this is
Yeah.
that like one documentary that came out a few years ago.
Okay.
I think it probably came out like 7 years ago at this point.
Okay.
And it was the one about like
the kids. Okay.
And meanwhile, like I just see like people are just like constantly celebrating Michael Jackson. Like his music, his everything about him of course is so iconic.
Right.
But like I'm like, are we just gonna like not are we like separating his music from like all of this shit that went down? Like, do we think it's a conspiracy and that's why we're ignoring it? What's the deal? Because like I have yet to like I'm just confused why he wasn't canceled in the way that other people were.
Okay. So I am not,
and I'm open-minded if you have information about why.
I am not the Michael Jackson conspiracy whisperer.
Okay.
Lord knows. But I will say this. Did you grow up on a lot of Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Okay.
I
so
did.
He's one of the very few artists that gets recycled generation by generation.
Yes,
meaning like your parents probably played it.
Yes.
You'll end up playing, well, maybe not you based on this conversation,
Right.
but at some point kids always have like a Michael Jackson phase.
Yes. It's like whenever I was so then this is also very random, but like when I was in middle school, there was this one girl that was like on my mom will know this, still appreciate this, who was like obsessed with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And his music.
Okay.
And I was on the dance team in middle school.
Uh-huh.
And this girl, like, she was kind of like, I guess maybe like the captain of the dance team or something.
Right.
And so she, everyone had like their own little dances that you could do. And then there would be like one company dance where it was like everybody on the dance team would do it. And she got to pick it, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah.
And she picked Thriller. And so she made everybody learn the entire Thriller dance. And we had to dress up like Michael Jackson with the hats and everything. I fucking hated it. I was like, I hate this song. I hate this vibe. Get me out of here. I like refused to learn the dance. I was just in the back like going
because
like this.
You hated her?
No, I just like didn't. I've never liked Michael Jackson. I don't like his music. I just have never liked it, to be honest.
Really?
Yes. And then it was like either that same year or like a year later, he died.
Okay.
And like it was just like the biggest, like I remember I will say it was one of those things like I remember where I was whenever they like, it's like you remember where you were whenever you found out that like Michael Jackson died or like whatever.
That's so funny. I don't.
You don't?
No.
I think it was just very top of mind for me because I had just learned, I like still knew the choreography to Thriller,
So there's no way I have to believe that Michael Jackson had a bigger impact on me than you just because of where
the time period
where he was when I was young.
Yes.
Right?
I was getting more of like the legacy of it, whereas you were like kind
I was
of
in the middle.
experiencing
Yeah,
it.
not necessarily middle of it, but I was in the middle of it. Like you understand Michael Jackson. Did Justin Bieber's like live stream? That was like a time thing, right? Like people would go.
Yeah.
People watched
the
it. The
Coachella
right?
thing.
Like they knew it was on air or live streaming somewhere.
Oh yeah, it was
right?
live streamed on TikTok. Yeah.
When Michael Jackson put out a new music video, people don't understand what happened.
Yeah.
When him and Janet Jackson dropped "Scream."
Yeah.
We were preparing for it.
Mm-hmm.
This was like families across the country cooked dinner
It's like the Super Bowl
and sat down. I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about a single music video on MTV had a release date. Okay, so Super Bowl. Everybody's talking about the Super Bowl. Everybody has dates, all that kind of stuff. Everybody does parties. It was the same thing when Michael Jackson dropped a single music video.
Yeah.
It was like, y'all got to go home. You want to get out of basketball practice to go see this thing.
Yeah.
Abby, that's how it was. It was that way with like it happened again with Dangerous. I think that's what it was. He had like Eddie Murphy and Magic Johnson and all these people.
Yeah.
It was like movement. And then the next day at school, you had to talk about that kind of thing. I guess what I was doing in life, I don't remember where I was when I think I kind of slightly remember it.
Yeah, you were probably in the military at that point.
What year?
I'll look it up.
No. When year did Michael Jackson pass away? I don't think I was in the military. There's no way.
2009.
Oh, no. I was I got out of the Air Force in 2004.
Okay.
I remember where I was when Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah.
I remember who I was talking to, those kind of things. So, I guess, and I'm still a little bit detached, right? I don't know. See, there was no footage. Like Diddy,
right?
There was no footage. Like a lot of these athletes that, some of these athletes, like there's foot. This was like before everybody was recording everything, right? But there's a lot of allegations. And then things came out about the people who were,
accusing
him. And so it was like, I have to say this. And I don't even, there's only one kid that I remember because I was in the performing arts world. Wade Robeson was the badass young dancer who was one of the dancers who accused him. Wade Robeson was like a dance god, right? Mm-hmm. And then he came out. And so that's the one thing that kind of made me, but I can't remember ever hearing the thing that was like, oh, that's it. Kind of thing. And so I think generally there was a lack of like actual evidence that these things actually happened. Now, here's another thing too. There was a lot of talk about it. So I think generally a lot of people, especially my age, just kind of step back a little bit. You know what I mean? We step back a little bit to where we don't necessarily, talk about it. Or if we do talk about it, we also, we joke. He's dangerous. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those kind of things. So
yeah. And like that is kind of the impression that I get.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe it is like the lack of evidence.
Yeah.
But still, I'm still just surprised by how, like, even if, I don't know, I just feel like something like that were to happen today with someone and there was no evidence, they would be completely canceled and people would stop listening to their music. I
don't
like, I understand that he had like such he obviously, like what you just described, like that. I wasn't a part of that. And obviously he changed the trajectory. He shaped the trajectory of music. 100. I acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I think I just need to get some more information on it. And there's this new movie that's out apparently.
I saw it. Yeah. I mean, I know I haven't seen it. But also that movie was produced by like his family.
So that's the other thing I just feel like there's two sides to every story. There's 15 million sides to every story.
Yeah.
And I am just curious as to what actually happened. And
you say you think that if it happened today, you think that if it happened today, he'd be canceled. If it happened the same way, I don't think so. Because now we have things to juxtapose it against. Bill Cosby, I told you.
Yeah.
I raised money because I wanted to be him. I sat down at a table
before everything.
Yeah. Before everything came out about him, I sat down at a table and told this person, "Hey, invest in my brand because I want to be the next Bill Cosby."
Yeah.
That's how much I loved him. I got to pull up court documents of a testimony of what's not the testimony, but the I can't remember the word for it, but like things that he was saying.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, you admitted this and you think there's nothing wrong with this?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I had to, I was done with him because and then Me Too movement, Harvey Weinstein. There were literal women that were like, this happened, this happened, this happened. Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah. Do you remember the story? Do you know the story about what Brad Pitt had to do? Brad Pitt walked up to Harvey Weinstein and said, if you do not leave Gwyneth Paltrow alone, I'm going to whoop your fucking ass. Like, these are things that are like clear as day facts, right?
Yeah.
I think that nowadays it would be even more, we would require even more because we see the Harvey Weinsteins. We read the things from Bill Cosby. We see P. Diddy with the videos.
Yeah.
We know that R. Kelly, those kind of things. So I don't know whether or not we would feel different if it happened today.
Yeah.
I think because now we get to see everything happen.
We need the evidence.
Yeah. So
it's just hard. Yeah. It's just hard because it's like, it's just hard because it's like, just because you don't have evidence doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like, a lot of shit happens behind closed doors.
Yeah. Here's another thing too. There are women. Look, there are when people say believe women, we're not necessarily saying believe everything that a woman says off bat. The phrase believe women comes from the fact that they went so long without anybody believing them.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the same thing with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Where it's, yes, we hope you obviously know that, but we're saying it because we haven't felt that it does for a very long time.
Yeah.
So there are multiple times where I see, I won't go there because we don't do this on this show. But when 14 women come out and say something about someone, I get to turn and look at them.
Yes.
And then they have 15, 16, 17 different situations in their life that may not even be associated with the accusations, but they're examples of him doing something else. I was like, that motherfucker did it.
Yeah, 100%.
That motherfucker did it.
There are times when it's undeniable.
Right. Yeah. I don't care. People say what's the word? Not apparently, the opposite of apparently.
Allegedly?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's not alleged at this point.
I will rarely say that. I don't care. Send your lawyer after me. Motherfucker, I think you did it.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing. So,
all right, well, I guess I'll go watch the documentary that his family put out.
Yeah.
Or the movie.
That's not going to help. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would, because it's, they weren't going to make him look bad. And trust me, that has nothing to do with that stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just about the music.
It's just about the music. It's about So I would probably try to find a well-produced YouTube documentary about that. Yeah. So that's our Michael Jackson segment. Happy graduation.
Congrats, grad.
Congrats, guys. Okay, now we're going into our question segment, our check-in. Have we called this? Have we named this?
The cold open.
Cold open.
You called it that, but then you we shifted it at one point.
Okay, so we're gonna check in with each other.
A
warm open. These are 6 questions that we ask each other, and these 6 questions give the other host and our viewers at home an idea of what's been on our mind or what we've been going through as hosts of the show over the last week or so since we last recorded. And we say these questions out loud because we think they're awesome questions, and we want you, the listeners and or viewers, to ask yourself. So if you're riding in the car, you're listening to this podcast with somebody else, hit pause and maybe ask the other person or answer it for yourself. Maybe even like keep when the LYFE at Home app drops, there is a daily journal feature. So maybe you pick one of these every time and you go and answer it for yourself inside your journal.
Good.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Abby's going to ask me first.
Okay. Who sparked the most joy or the most interesting challenge in your world over the last 7 days?
Pass.
What did the world teach you this week that you weren't necessarily looking to learn?
Pass.
What is one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week that you haven't quite landed the plane on yet?
Pass.
Was there a moment this week where you felt truly seen by a stranger, friend, or even yourself? What was the context?
Pass.
What's one thing you did this week purely because you wanted to, not because it was on the to-do list or part of the ambition plan?
Pass.
What is one thought or question that's been on a loop in your head all week that you're finally ready to put down?
Oh, I got scared.
I know. I was already thinking of another question to ask you.
Smash. Yeah, that's the one. The one that I'm ready to put down is, this is kind of a life at home workout question. I'm convinced that on-demand workouts need to hit YouTube before we do live streams. I think that, and it's probably logistical because the studio that I just signed a lease for, the person that owns the buildings, they still have to get their inspections done or that. So my ability to go in there and kind of like, so next week is the first time I'm going to get to go in there and start to renovate and design the place. And I really think that I would like to, I have another instructor that I have one more meeting with. I would really like to have one workout from Abby, one workout from me, and one workout from this new instructor dropped on YouTube.
What's the other instructor's?
Tiara is her name.
What is her?
She is she comes from the kind of boot camp fitness world, right?
Fun.
So she can do a lot, but also, so there's another question. So let me say this. I'd like to, going back to like deciding things, putting things down. I'm not rushing shit as a founder. As I'm going to make sure that when we do something, it is done well. Like this podcast is done well, like the app. Every single day I've been working on the app. I've been working on the onboarding process of the app, and it just feels so good. And it's flowing. Like the first screen is titled "Everyone Belongs Here." And there's this thing that everyone has to read and agree to. It's the first thing. And it's like, if you don't agree to this, you do not get to get into the app.
I love that.
Like it's
like whenever you're on like a restaurant website and it'll be like, are you 21 and up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it really shows people, they're not
messing around.
They're not playing. Like we are demanding people to understand this is how you're going to act. And there's going to be multiple reminders of that. I feel so good about where this app is going. So good. But I want to take my time. And I wanted to launch live streams like towards the end of June. But if we drop like anywhere from like 4 to 8 30-minute dope ass workouts that we filmed on YouTube, and I get to put a little money behind them just to get people out, like put some money behind them so people understand an app is coming, go to the landing page, subscribe. That way we build that subscriber base up. By the time we're ready to go to live streams, we send that message out, and then there's a bunch of people waiting for it. That kind of feels better to me. And I'm kind of like, it's almost like I was trying to get to this thing, but now I feel a bit.
You're like, oh, okay.
I feel at peace because this, oh no, that's the right way. That kind of thing.
You know, something that I had someone told this to me one time, and then it came back into my head this week.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever what you just said reminded me of it. Whenever I doubt myself as like, and honestly, maybe you told me this, I don't know. It was someone like mentor figure said, I was saying that I get like imposter syndrome a lot when it comes to running a business.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a business degree. Like I have a degree in PR and like, have experience in terms of what I do, but in terms of running a business, I don't have experience in that.
Right.
Or like an education. And whoever I was talking to about it was like, basically, not that like a business degree is bullshit, because it's not, but like she was like, you are so deeply in tune with what you're doing that your intuition and the feeling that you get about things, like that is your guide.
Yeah.
And like, do not discredit that and say that that's less valuable than, a business degree, because whenever you're working from a place of deep knowing with like a capital K, that's when good things are going to happen. And like whenever you like, so that, and when type thing with that type of thing, because it's like you're doing something, it doesn't feel right. And then you tweak it or you just do one thing and you're like, yes.
Yes.
And like that's what you have to follow.
Yes, 100%. And you have to be willing to say, don't close-mindedly think that the pre-prepared analyzed strategy is always the best. Like literally be willing to like ball that shit up and throw it out.
Yes.
Because we've been in this thing for a while. It needs to be able to tell us something. We need to be able to learn something from all the other crap that we did.
Yeah.
And it just feels, it's like when it okay, better thing, even easier. If it feels like a breath of fresh fucking air, that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing to do. Not does it feel easy, but it feels like, oh, that's what I should be, you know, that kind of thing. And so, and also I had another one. I had another one this morning. And I was like, and this is this is like on air live creative
accountability.
No. This is like creative curation. I was just like, let Abby do more with weights.
Ooh.
Like let Abby stop pretending that you have to have the boot camp person, quote unquote boot camp person, to show what strength is.
Yeah.
Right? Because I remember, I think you were doing I think you posted a clip of something you were doing right there. And I was like, okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like really?
Yeah.
And so especially, I 100% trust me. I'm doing the research, and it's really just like really listening to like the atmosphere. Yeah. Sculpt is the thing right now.
And also, you know, what would be really cool is if we did like and I don't know how you would title this, but like weightlifting for people that do Pilates. Like,
ooh,
if you do Pilates 3 or 4 days a week, this is the workout routine you should be doing with heavy weights to support that type of workout.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that. That makes
like
sense.
in conjunction, because it's like, you know, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
But like you have to do everything. You have
100, and we don't necessarily have to like create we don't have to create a new modality.
No, it's literally just like, these are the muscles that you need to be focusing on.
You know, exactly. And we see you guys out there.
Yeah.
We see you ladies out there that are yoga fiends. This year's your next.
Yes,
this is your
this
next
is the next
thing.
step.
This is
because
the next
it's
degree.
Like 100%. Because when it comes to working out, everybody's gonna have an entryway into what gets them like obsessed or like interested in working out. Right. And that's all I care about. Like, if you want to do that. Yeah. But if you want to go a little deeper on something without injuring yourself, because I've injured myself by doing too much Pilates and nothing else, and I've injured myself by doing yoga and not doing anything else. Yeah. You have to cross train. And so just having knowledge behind cross training and what makes the most sense while still being able to support your favorite way to work out.
Cross training variety is everything. Yeah. And if we can talk to, I had a meeting with our advisor, the first member of our advisory board the other day, and you know, I gave her three questions that she answers every time we meet, and one of them is like, when you look at Life at Home, everything that we're posting, everything that's coming out, does it feel like we're explaining who this community is for? Right. And I know I gave her that question.
Do you want the answer to be yes?
Yes. But the answer wasn't yes. Right. And I gave her that question because I need the question to be yes. For this brand to work, I need people to be able to look at what we're posting and saying, oh, we know who this community is for. Yeah. And she's essentially just, you know, lit me a new asshole, saying like, no, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. She did it in a professional way.
She did honest but gentle delivery.
Yes, gentle delivery, right? And so it's the same. And so I wanted to be able to be more prepared with that. And I think that and it's just like just posting and pushing our brand in a more honest way. And I know that right now it can feel a little bit more like Life at Home is a podcast right now. People who were there before, they know that's not. They know we're waiting on more. But anybody that comes to our page now, I feel a little bit tense because they're not getting the full picture
Right.
at all.
Yes.
They're not.
Yeah.
And I gave her that almost like a lighting my own fire under me.
Yeah.
This month in June, much more. She was like, I want to hear you speak third person more. I want Life at Home to say you. Hey, this is the type of person, like there could be a series of saying, this is the type of person that this app is for. This is the type of person that this community is for.
Yeah.
Right. And and I'm only saying this because you're talking about, hey, this is weightlifting for people who like Pilates. Hey, this is the type of people that this workout series is for,
Yes.
right? If we continue,
like literally on YouTube, it'll be like yoga for runners.
100%, 100%. And so I can't wait until we do a better job of that. But also, I told her at some point, I would love all of our social media content to be our users.
Yeah.
A listener, like we have such a dope community team. Like our community team is going to be the most important thing, you know, like we'll have the brand leader or whoever it is at the top, but our community team that reaches out to people. We send a photographer to someone's house in Des Moines, Iowa, who's doing our workouts. We film them doing it. We go and talk to someone that listens to the podcast, and it's just like when people scroll, it's just a bunch of faces that they haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And they learn. And every now and then Doc pops in, and every now and then Abby pops in, but it's just like, it has to be, we have to turn the camera around and tell people, you know, and so hopefully in June it'll be a lot less. And look, the podcast is going to survive. It's going to find its audience on YouTube, on Spotify, those things like that. But some of these other platforms, I just want to make sure that we do a better job going into the summer, especially before these workouts come out, to just talk about like, guys, this really is about y'all. This, and as a matter of fact, like the next post I might make is probably the screen, that first screen. I'm going to say the most important screen in our new app that says, you know, that kind of thing, like just really talking about that kind of stuff. And so this is all stuff that you know is necessary, but sometimes it just takes like a founder to kind of slow down a little bit.
You have to kind of step back and like, because you can get because you are so in the nitty gritty of everything, you kind of have to zoom out. And I'm glad you have that advisor that you can kind of bounce things off of to kind of give a check-in to.
I'm looking for about 2 more advisors. I have an idea of who I might reach out to, but I would like an advisory board of like 3 people that I can tap into once a month and just really, because that's what's going to help me stay on board until it's like stay, you know, on the right path, on the right tone.
Yeah.
Until, you know, we're able to have like a team that can handle all of these things. So, that was my question. What's one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week but haven't quite landed the plane on yet?
Pass.
Was there a moment this week where you felt truly seen by a stranger, a friend, or even yourself? What was the context?
Smash. So
who saw you, girl?
I spent some time in Greenville.
That's right. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. That's so fun. Okay, can I break?
Yeah.
I literally messaged my girl. She's like, I said, Abby is behind your house right now. She lives right on Swamp Rabbit.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Greenville. I'm obsessed.
Okay. Can I make okay, wait. Okay, stop 1 second.
Okay.
Walking to my car today, I swear to God, and you don't have to answer this.
You were like, Abby's going to move to Greenville?
You don't have to answer this. I was like, you need to ask her if the price was right, would you and Caleb move to Greenville?
Okay, that's so crazy. We are obsessed with Greenville. So this is the thing about our like, and doesn't really have anything to do with what I was going to say, but whenever we travel, like I feel the most, and I feel like this is common, I feel the most connected to him and like our relationship when we travel.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I feel like we travel really well together. And that's very rare to like have someone that's like it's almost like whenever, you know, we're living our day-to-day lives, whatever, but like as soon as you put us in like almost kind of like a challenging or like uncomfortable situation, it's like we click into like high gear with each other.
Because now it's a little bit more you versus the world.
Yes.
Now it's
puts us on a team.
Get each other's back. Right.
Exactly. We immediately go into team mode.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we don't get to travel that much. But like, anyway, so whenever we went to California last summer, we were like having a crisis. Whenever we were like, we have to move here. Like, because we just felt so like connected to each other, and like we were in nature, and like we were just thriving, like truly. Which like it's hard not to thrive in Southern California. So like I know that's not a niche experience that I had, but
that's tacos and sun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
literally swimming in the Pacific, or
that's
is it
the ocean.
Pacific Ocean? No,
well, I'm so bad. I think
it's the
recite some
Pacific.
Shakespeare
No,
for
it's
you.
Pacific. It's
Okay.
Pacific.
All
It's
right.
the Pacific Ocean. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Swimming
The
all
specific
day. Yeah, the Pacific Ocean. Swimming all day. Like literally, of course, we're going to thrive. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've had like a couple trips since then, but we went to Greenville literally just for the night. We were there for a family thing. And then I love to just like make the most of something. And so I convinced Caleb and then my brother and his fiance to just like get an Airbnb for one night, and bike the Swamp Rabbit Trail the next day, because I did that one time in college and just like had such a great memory of it.
Yeah.
And Caleb was like way more on board with the idea of biking because he's very active and loves that kind of thing. However, like the timing of it, to be able to like take an entire, basically 2 full, like a weekend for him, like with his work, is kind of hard to do sometimes.
Right.
And it was very last minute. Like I booked the Airbnb less than 24 hours before. And then also my brother and his fiance like don't really do a lot of stuff like that.
Right.
And so, but it was and I'm not adamant about a lot of things. Like I will rarely like force people to do things, but I was like, you guys have to do this. Like I'm not giving you an option. We're doing this. And if you're not doing it, I'm doing it by myself. So
which means get your ass on a bike.
Yes. And I think they all just like saw that and they trusted me.
Yeah.
And so that, to answer the question, I felt truly seen by the fact that they all like kind of saw how much I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, trust me, I've done it. You're going to love it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And, so we like went out to dinner the night before. We're like in downtown Greenville. We like found a dinner.
Where did you go? What restaurant?
So we went to, I can't remember the name of it, but Ava works there and I saw her.
Stop it.
Yes.
Okay, I know that.
She told me that she saw you there.
Yeah.
So we're eating there. Well, first of all, we get there, we're like walking around. We went to this other little place to like get a drink before, and like it was just like good vibes, and they were like really like, Abby, like this Greenville's great. We had no idea. I'm like, I know, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then we went to we like walked into this restaurant on like a Saturday night. And the food was great. Our waiter was amazing.
How did you see Ava?
So I see Ava, and like she looks so different. Like
she does look.
She has a very different vibe
energy,
to her now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw her and I was like, there's no way that's her. But then I was like, no, does she live here? And I'm like, wait. And so I'm like doing the math in my head. And then she DMs me on Instagram and she was like, hey, this is so weird, but like, are you at whatever the name of the restaurant is?
Oh.
And I was like, I messaged her and I was like, yeah. And then I like look up and she's like coming towards me and she like hugged me and we were just like chatting, and I was just like, I love it here. And we were just like talking about it. And she like gave me some recommendations for the Swamp Rabbit, like how to do the Swamp Rabbit Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I might be coming here like a little bit more often.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, like, let's go get a matcha. Like it was a lovely interaction.
That's
it really
so
was.
dope.
It made me
That's
happy.
So dope.
But yeah, so we were like, the trail was amazing. My brother, Jack and Anna, I'll just say their names. Jack and Anna so it's 10 miles there and 10 miles, like 20 miles round trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also do a couple little like detours. So it can end up being like a 25-mile bike ride.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much, because like biking, I think it's like biking 20 miles is the equivalent of like running 5 miles or something.
Yeah.
But for someone that doesn't run 5 miles, like that's a lot.
Right.
And so we got to Furman University, which is kind of like the halfway mark, a little past halfway. And, you know, we do the loop and there's like some hills. Everything else is flat. We get past Herman, we keep going. And then I look back and they're just not there. And I call him. He was like, yeah, we turned around. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
So we went all the way to Traveler's Rest and then turned around.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, I mean, it was like 22 miles, 23 miles. But like, oh my God, we were just like vibing. Like, it was just great. And then like the whole way back, we were just like, we need to live somewhere that allows us to be active, and that not only allows us to be active, but forces us to be active in the sense that it's part of our lifestyle. Because like, you know, we moved up here, we have the Whitewater Center, which is like, but like we had to go and like pay for parking, drive 15 minutes there. I'm like, it needs to be integrated into the lifestyle.
Let me tell you something that I say to nearly every single person that I meet in Greenville. I've never been in a city that does trails, walkability, running better than that. I can
it's incredible.
I can wake up any day and pick from 6 or 7 different spots and go out there and not only just walk. There's like a pull-up workout place
incredible.
over there, tennis. Like Greenville fucking does it incredible.
They do. The infrastructure is like beyond anything I've ever seen. It really is like
for an active person. It is.
Yes.
I am. So let me tell you something. I'm so close to just like already checking it on when I buy land.
Yeah.
Like I would have to. I mean, it's still between like the Charlotte area and there, but it's like it was here when I got there. It's here now.
Yeah, I would move it up.
Greenville,
honestly,
and the only thing is just like, am I going to be able to find, 2 or 3 acres?
Right.
I want to find land, but also, this was also the first time where I've changed. I've started thinking about the possibility of not trying to live outside the thing, because sometimes you drive around Greenville, some of these neighborhoods look so well put together, and it's just the fact that like some of them lead off of the trail and that kind of thing. But then, have you been to like the Swamp Rabbit like diner?
So we popped off on like the Swamp Rabbit. I guess it's the grocery, and then they have like the little breakfast sandwiches. We did that.
You did that?
Yeah,
okay,
that was Ava's recommendation.
Okay, so you could literally throw a rock from there to Christy's apartment. It's like right there.
That's so. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
It's
amazing. Like it really is just so. Like both times I've been, I was just blown away. The bookstore downtown is incredible. Like it's just. Did you get
to the waterfall?
Yes.
See, I can walk that downtown every single day and never get bored.
It's so gorgeous, and it's really so clean, and like
it's so clean.
Literally, like whenever we were walking, my brother's so funny. We went to dinner, and then we like walked over, and we were gonna get another drink and like some dessert somewhere. And so we're sitting out. We were sitting out on like a patio right across from where the bookstore is, and there was a guy that had like a saxophone. And my brother was like, I feel like we're in Paris. Like it really did feel like it was great. I loved it. So I'm very close.
I'm very close to to chalking it up. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, if I raise this money later this year, 2027, I gotta look. I mean, it'll be. Let me tell you. Well, I will say this. When I raise this money, let's just say this, y'all. I don't care if y'all don't. When I raise this money,
when, not if.
Yes. When did I say if?
I don't know.
No. When I raise this money, there will be a very healthy salary offer to you. I hope you know this, and it will be like. And it won't be like, you gotta move to Greenville.
Right, but it'll be on the table.
But it'll be like, hey, if you move to Greenville, I'll add this to it. That kind of thing.
Well,
so, because I think the official studio will be
there. Which, I mean, honestly, like again, I've only been there for like a total of 5 days in my life. But like we have family that live there and love it.
Yeah.
It's
so
just great.
no promises because but
yeah, I mean, it seems like such a random place, but if you've never been, you gotta go.
Here's another thing too. Okay, I'm not gonna get I'm not going to get political, but it is much more open-minded and diverse than I thought.
Yes.
Let me
It seems like it's very white and wealthy.
Yes.
But I feel like it has more culture than people give it credit for.
It's more purple. It's more purple than people think, and it's just open, like ridiculously nice people. Everybody's kind. It's just like, okay, it's got, and I love that it has like a progressive feel to it, but it's still that kind of like traditional Southern.
It's like a safe haven in the South.
Yeah, everybody's okay. It's like, it's not going to be, you know, it's not that everybody's going to agree with everything, but just like, it still feels like an area where people are going to have some respect for each other.
Yes.
That kind of thing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So Greenville, y'all are doing it. Y'all are doing it.
You're doing it right. And we're talking about Greenville, South Carolina, by the way, for listeners.
Is there another?
There's a Greenville, North Carolina.
Oh,
which
is there really?
Don't think is as nice.
No. We don't know nothing about that. All right. Great. Now we have our fact.
Yes.
Matter of fact. Here's my fact. Abby, did you know? Matter of fact, we present each other with a fact, and we see whether or not the other host has heard of the fact, and if there's any interesting things to talk about based on the fact, we will ramble a little bit. Okay?
Yep. The
screaming circle. People are moving past the expectation to quietly breathe through their stress. Instead of silent meditation, a major viral trend has emerged where groups of people gather in literal scream circles or attend somatic release.
This is so crazy.
This is every time I present a fact, Abby's like, I was literally just there 7.
No, but like it's actually crazy what my fact is.
I believe it.
It's so crazy. We're so in tune.
I believe it. It provides a perfect and attend somatic release classes specifically to shout at the top of their lungs. It provides a perfect launch. This says it provides a perfect launch pad for Doc and Abby to talk about the messy middle of emotional processing. Okay, the lead-in fact. Massive group scream circles have gone so viral on TikTok that hospitality brands and local fitness studios are starting to build dedicated soundproof spaces specifically so everyday people can gather and yell at the top of their lungs without having the cops call on them.
That's crazy.
Okay, so my question is, do you see yourself as somebody that would like benefit from? Is that a little too much?
So I've done this.
You've done this?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, I've done it multiple times, and I'll tell you why. So
is there footage?
No, thank God. So I my yoga teacher training.
Okay.
The first I did in 2021, and every weekend she would bring on, there was one main teacher, but she would bring in guest teachers. And one of the teachers, this really quirky, weird yogi man.
Right.
He basically starts out with this like mindfulness exercise, and then he's like, I'm going to lead you through the woods, and we're going to go and we're going to do like a silent walk into the woods, and then just trust the process. And so at this point I've been doing some weird shit. So I'm like, whatever. I don't like with my yoga teacher training. I'm like, I'm just along for the ride.
Right.
So
has he been there the whole time, or he's came in to do this?
He had been there a couple times.
Okay.
But this was like his dedicated guest teacher weekend.
Right.
So we get out there, and like he would do the thing where it's like we get out there and he's like kind of stops everybody and just kind of goes like this because we're not talking. And then everyone's just kind of standing there, and he's just like standing there silently and like kind of just looking at everybody. And just like he wants to make you uncomfortable. Like he wants to put you in a situation where you're uncomfortable.
Right.
And I guess it's a tactic. I don't know.
Right.
We're just standing there, and then he finally speaks, and he's like, okay, so we're going to scream.
I'd be like, sorry. I'm like, I've seen this documentary way too many times. I gotta go.
And so and basically he just explains how, whatever. And then he just says like 1, 2, 3. And then people he's like encouraging you to just like release, to like do whatever you need to do. Like flail your body.
Right.
cry, scream, do whatever. And I was like, this is not my vibe. But like, you know, I was trying to participate. And so I did it. I like screamed at the top of my lungs and like, I felt nothing. I was like, that did quite literally nothing for me other than hurt my throat.
In fact, I'm worse.
Yeah.
I feel worse.
Actually, I hated it. It did nothing for me. It just made my throat hurt. And like I did it for as long. I took a big breath and did it. And then after I was done, people were still doing it. And then I was like scared.
Oh no. They were doing it for how long while you were quiet?
Like a really long time. People were like doing like, and this is the thing is like,
okay, is this the
kind of some people were doing that. Some people were doing that. Like, and that's the thing. Like I'm really not a judgmental person. I'm not.
Yes.
But like in situations like that, I'm just like, oh, like I don't want to see it. Like, like you can do your weird shit. I just don't necessarily like, it feels so private and intimate. Like I don't know. And so we did that, whatever. We did like a debrief session about it after. Some people, it really, really benefited them. And I can understand why that would benefit some people.
Right.
So then, you know, I graduate my yoga teacher training, whatever. A couple years go by. A few times have been like a mentor for other yoga teachers that are going through the training.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the years that I was doing it, they required the mentors to come to one of the weekends to like get the credit. Cause I was also getting like hours towards my yoga teacher certification. Mm-hmm. So I go to the weekend and it's freaking his weekend again. It's the same guy. He's doing the same thing. We go out to the woods and I'm like, here I am again. And I had to do it again. This time I kind of like faked it. Like I just did kind of like,
Yes, that was great. That was great.
Like, oh my God, I feel so released. No, but like, I mean, it was the exact same experience. Like I just don't think that modality is for me.
Okay, see, this is why I asked this, because as soon as I read this, I was like, I don't know if Abby would vibe with this.
No.
Like, and I don't like, you know, the people, especially if they're leading it or if it's their class, they will say it in a way to where it's like, I promise you, this will make you feel. And I'm like, bro,
like,
no.
It's not, yeah, I feel like that's like, it can be helpful until you're making it seem like it's going to cure everybody.
Exactly.
And like, I will say there have been a handful of times where I am like really, really, really mad.
Yeah.
Or just like, yeah, I'm just really, really mad. And I'm like in my car and like I do actually scream at the top of my lungs. And in that moment, it does help me release something.
Yeah.
But only if I genuinely have something that I need to scream about. When I'm just like having a nice peaceful weekend, like mentoring my yogi girl, I don't have pent up like, but I think a lot of people do have a lot of pent up anger and like they need a way to release it.
Yeah. So it's not like you don't have the bandwidth to get there.
Yeah.
To get to that volume.
I just don't need it like in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also it's like sometimes you don't necessarily want to, people don't like, give me a heavy bag. Let me punch a heavy bag. I'll do that as opposed to like audible.
Yes, I'll release it some way else.
Now I'll if I'm in the car, I'll blurt out a motherfucker like that. But that's all I need really.
Exactly.
But I need
I think that's a really good point because it's also like when I'm feeling like whatever emotion, rage or whatever, like I just have different, I guess like coping mechanisms you could call it. Mm-hmm. And I also feel like I on a daily basis make sure I'm getting like a hit of that release through exercise for me. Yeah. But you know, if you're not getting that release, like it's almost like a slow release pill or something. If you're not getting that on a daily basis, it might bubble up and you might need to go into the woods and scream. Yeah. So if that's what you want to do.
If that's your thing. And here's another thing too. Sometimes you may not know it. You won't know if it's.
Try it.
If it's
Can't hurt.
I've spent 13 years in the theater. Like I know what sitting around a circle yelling is. Yeah. Like we had
we've done it.
We've done that. Right. So I know it's probably not. I would just kind of like to go inward. Now I'd like to breathe. Breath work is one thing, you know what I mean? But I'm just I'm too aware. I would be I am 100% judgmental. I'd be like, you don't mean that.
Yes,
like,
no, that's what I mean. Yes.
Like,
I think we're the same in that way, where it's like any type of like release or like feeling, I'm gonna typically check in with myself, and like I can usually breathe through it or move through it. I don't need to scream at the top of my lungs like someone's, because honestly, this is the last thing I'll say about it. I also low-key feel like it could kind of trigger like fight or flight for somebody who doesn't ever do that, to just suddenly scream. Like, why else would you be screaming if someone's chasing you, if you're like being murdered? And like, to hear yourself make that noise can almost, like, in my opinion, in the wrong setting, can almost kind of like trigger like a fight or flight response.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's almost, you hear it too.
Like, yeah, you're telling your body that you need to scream.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, like you're putting yourself in that jarring moment.
Yeah. So
maybe don't.
so maybe don't. All right. That's good. Fact.
Okay. So this is absolutely hilarious.
Yelling circles.
So mine is
not screaming circles, yelling circles.
Mine is about humming.
Oh, really?
And it's literally talking about how it's a nervous system hack. So
okay, I'm cool with this.
It's basically like the antithesis of this.
Yeah.
But it's the exact same idea of humming is an ancestral practice that it says grandmothers, grandparents carried in their bodies long before science gave it a name. Because now it's kind of like, you know, nervous system hack, but this person's saying that it's just like, it's not this new fad. It's something that we've been doing forever. When you hum, the vibration stimulates the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in your body, running from your brain stem all the way into your gut. It is the nerve responsible for shifting your body out of fight or flight and into rest and repair. It regulates your heart rate, your digestion, your emotional responses. It is the nerve that tells your whole system that you are safe. So, and it's funny because I've also heard that like cats purring, like that for them, like for cats, that is like their way of kind of like self-soothing.
Yeah.
And it's like really, really good for cats to purr.
Yeah.
It's good for their health. And so like, you know, healthy, happy cats live longer because they're just purring all the time.
Yeah.
And it's literally just a vibration
in
their bodies.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
You'll know this obviously, but I won't know it. The yoga breath that you say you're supposed to make a noise.
Yes,
with it.
It's the bee's breath.
What's it?
It's called bee's breath, and it's like.
No,
it's not that one.
No, it's the other one that you do. Where?
This one?
No, it's what is it? You've literally done it in my practice in the videos that I do. It's where you're breathing, where you have to. It's a.
It's the Ujjayi breath.
Yes. That.
It's that is like
vibration.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally and I say it at all my classes. We'll do it. So you inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, inhale through your nose, seal your lips, and then exhale through your nose. Create a slight restriction at the back of your throat and almost create like a textured breath. Yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like
you can do that, but it's not restricting at all.
Yeah, you restrict it off, and then it's supposed to like builds heat in the body.
That helps.
It's great.
That helps.
Yes.
So that's like a version of it.
Yes, because
vibration.
you're creating a texture in it.
100%.
Any type of like textured breath, like there literally is a vibration breath, the bee's breath. There's lion's breath, which is like opening your tongue really wide, like opening your mouth really wide, and like exhaling air. So like all of that like pranayama is this.
Yeah.
But just like humming in general and like singing even. Like I remember growing up, whenever I would be, because I got really, really bad motion sick whenever I was little, anytime we were in the car, I would puke. And so my mom would always be like, okay, let's sing. Like I would be like, I'm sick. And she'd be like, let's sing a song. And because literally like singing, like it, on top of kind of taking your mind off of the fact that you're feeling sick, it's regulating your nervous system to be able to hum and create vibrations in your body.
Yeah.
And I just kind of loved the idea of something as simple as if you're feeling dysregulated, no matter what you're doing, you can just like start walking around and humming, and it can just be this self-soothing tactic.
Yeah.
Same thing as almost like, have you heard of tapping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do that I do that in the morning.
Yeah.
In
Like it's the same thing. It's creating vibrations in your
yeah,
body.
Loosening up that lymphatic system.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like different, I went to a seminar.
I do that
one
on my
time.
face too.
Yes.
Especially right here.
Yes.
This right here. Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Well, there's like different, it's almost like pressure points in your body. It's here, like on your chest, like on your collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that are, you know, their whole profession is like tapping, and it's like literally you can go and see a professional person to tell you what you need to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like for some people, maybe you need to scream in the woods, and then some people maybe you just need to hum. I think I'm a hum girl.
I'm much more of a hummer. I don't know about all the yelling.
I need to have a cat purring on my lap while I'm humming.
You know what would work for me in the yelling? If I got to yell at them and tell them to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Totally works. Oh, this is working, guys. Great.
Yeah, if I'm yelling at somebody, that's different.
Yeah. What's more important? Completely clean sink, go to bed 20 minutes early.
Go to bed 20 minutes early.
What's more important? Parking at the spot right next to the entrance, or avoiding stress of the crowd?
That is a huge one, because me and Caleb have this debate on a regular basis.
Okay.
So this is my tactic for parking. I always, also number one, this is actually makes me sound a little crazy, but I fully, every single time I go somewhere with a tricky parking situation, I mindfully manifest myself getting a good parking spot. And sometimes, and I even have a little song that I sing.
My mom used to do this.
And I'm like, and it changes. It's not like one song. I just will sing like, I'm gonna get a good parking spot or something like that. And I'll just like be driving around.
Right.
99.9% of the time I get princess parking, like right at, like someone will be pulling out right in front of the restaurant, whatever. My friends, like, it's the thing. But what I always do, I'm always going to at least try to get princess parking. And then on the 0.1% chance that I don't, I'm never going to circle twice, you know, like I'm going to circle once and then I'll give up.
That's me. I'm just like, if I see, when I get into a parking spot or a parking lot, I'm like, y'all, if y'all don't drive your fucking cars.
Yeah. It's not even worth it.
Guys, it's right there.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, I do like Harris Teeter because they have like the veterans parking.
Oh.
I love that. And it's almost always open.
Of course.
I love that.
That's for you.
But if it's not open, I'm literally I'm finding the first one.
Also, another good thing about if it's a parking lot versus a deck and it's like a safe situation, and it's just that there's not a lot of closed parking spaces, I'm always going to park far away because then I'll just get a little walk in. Yeah. And I think that, like, you should always do that. Like, park at the end. There's no risk of someone hitting your car, and you can get a little walk in. That's a good one.
What's more important? Cleaning the kitchen as you cook, dealing with a disaster after you eat?
Probably cleaning as you go.
Okay.
Unless it's going to mess something up. If you have to be an experienced cook to be able to clean as you go.
Because you take your eye off of it.
Yes. Yes. If it's something, you know, time sensitive, if it's going to impact the meal, just clean up after. Perfect.
What's more important? Perfect background playlist or the shuffle algorithm? It's not really
something curated versus like random.
Yeah.
You really got to trust your algorithm. I think it can be. I think if you trust your algorithm, shuffle can be fun if it's in a group setting.
Yeah.
But, you know, my algorithm can be a little weird.
What's more important, being understood by others or being true to yourself?
I have to say being true to yourself.
All right. What's more important? Or what? Okay, I'm not going to say this. This is the last one I'm going to ask. What would you want next week? A week of radical productivity or radical rest?
Ooh.
I think I know the answer to that for you. I'm just guessing, though.
I mean, I want radical rest.
Oh,
but I
Okay.
probably need radical productivity.
You would like if you had to put like if you got a wish.
If I got a wish, radical rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I'm always doing radical productivity. That's my
Okay.
life.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I need rest.
All right. I think we're at the end.
Yes. Okay. We've made it to our almost nothing segment.
Almost nothing.
A personal win, a recommendation, a tiny delight.
Tiny delight.
I think I wrote one down.
Did you?
Oh, yes.
Give me your tiny delight.
It's actually two things
Or
because
whatever it is.
I did a different one.
Mhm.
So this is very random, but you know, like those little hydration packs that you can get,
Yeah,
like liquid IV or something.
Yeah.
And this is like good for summer. Sprinkle it on watermelon or like dip watermelon in it.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I did it the other day. It was so good. Like it adds a little, almost, you know, people put like tahini on watermelon.
Yeah.
It's almost like that, but then it's, you know, if you're out at the pool or something and you're sweating,
Mhm.
then you're getting the benefits of the electrolytes.
That's interesting. Okay.
So that's my first one. And then my second one is just something that I saw. It was this lady on Instagram who I love. I don't know if you've seen anything by her.
No,
She's just like this grandmother that like says inspirational things, and she has this like really calming voice. It's really sweet. I love her. But she has this whole video saying that whenever you're at a crossroads or something, you will never feel you will never feel ready, because ready isn't a feeling, it's a decision.
Wow.
And she goes on to just talk about how, like, you know, people are like, oh, I'll just wait till I feel ready, or like, you know, I don't feel ready yet. But she's like, you're never going to feel ready, because readiness as a thing isn't a feeling. It's literally a decision.
Action.
It's an action. It's almost like a verb. And I was like, that's so like, I just feel like that's an important way to kind of think about it.
Yeah.
About with
dope.
anything.
Yeah. That's well put. I really like that. Tiny delight, recommendation, or personal win?
You had your last recommendation was pull-ups.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go with tiny delight. Ha!
The cookies?
No, that was definitely a tiny delight. Well-placed lamp. Okay? Because my place is big, but it doesn't have like the best windows. And then sometimes
Tell me about it.
See somebody upstairs moved out and left their lamp like out. You know, they leave it out.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to grab it, I grabbed it. And it's just like, it's like the perfect amount of like light that I need. You know what I mean?
I'm all about lamps, placement, warm light in the little corner.
So my girl, she's so dead set on it. You wake up. I'm such a military person. I wake up, lights on.
No.
She's like, what the fuck is going on? Turn these lights off. And
wait, you're turning on the big light?
Yes. You said so much.
This is the only time this big light is on.
Oh, really?
And if I get home and Caleb has the big light on in the kitchen, he's doing dishes, I turn it off.
She has all these
I have like probably 16 lamps in this house.
So she has things that are plugged into the socket, and you just glow and you click those on.
Love that.
I'm much more getting used to it.
Yes.
It's
called living. It's called living with a woman.
Living with a woman.
She's
like, your circadian rhythm is going to get messed up or whatever.
Yes.
I'm just like, your circadian
you need to have soft, warm light.
Yeah.
And then the first intense light you're getting should be the sun.
No way. Absolutely not.
Yes.
No. The first full light is breakfast. Like, you get ready and all the kind of stuff. And you brush your teeth, all that, relax, stretch, yoga, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not cooking breakfast. I'm not cooking my eggs in the
dark.
It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, literally, I will, if you, sometimes. And you know what makes me so mad is like, whenever I used to work in an office, I would never turn on the fluorescent lights in the corporate office.
Yeah.
And I worked in at a law firm for like 8 months, worst 8 months of my life. And I had my office was terrible. It didn't have any there was no windows. It was this little like broom closet basically. And I had all of these little twinkle lights and stuff. And the male attorneys would literally walk by my office, come in, flick the light on, and just walk away. They'd be like,
yours?
Yeah, they'd be like, why are you sitting in the dark?
Are you serious?
I'm like, this is like abuse.
That is so rude.
So rude. But that's like, there have been times, even though I work for myself now, like I'll randomly be in an office with people or meeting, and it's always men. They're like, why are you guys sitting in the dark? I'm like, why do you care? Get away.
It's like it's as if you couldn't. It's if you were incapable of making that decision for yourself.
Right? Like, do you think I'm just like, oh, I didn't realize? No, they're off for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know how to flick a light.
Yeah, like the light under the microwave into the stove. That's the light that I use to cook.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that too.
And then I have a lamp.
Yeah.
I have actually lots of lamps.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good recommendation.
Get yourself a lamp, y'all. Lamp life.
Lamp life.
Well, that's it. I already did my pitch about voice notes and participation and engaging, y'all. You guys have been great.
Go in peace.